Yo, what's up, everybody out there? It's your boy Bernard, and I'm here to talk a little bit about um, software, Adobe software to be more specific. Now, with designers that I know, there's some that are subscription users, and then there's some who are just users. And what I mean by that is that a few years ago, you didn't have a thing called subscription. You had to outright buy Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, whatever float your boat. That's what you had to go out and you had to buy, and it was like thousands of dollars just to get one program, or you would have to bundle them up, and it was like $6,000 for like three or four of them. However you wanted to put them together, your package. That's how you got it, and then you had people such as myself, and I'm not really too proud to say it, but yes, I pirated a lot of Photoshop, Illustrator, Flash when I was building websites using Flash, and I used a lot of torrent sites and a lot of burnt copies. Asking other designers or people, hey, can you give me a copy of this program that I need? And so that went on for quite some time. And then it was like they would come out with a new version of Photoshop and a new version of Illustrator, and you had to like start all over again. Like the hunt was like on, and it would take like maybe a couple months or maybe even a little bit more than that before somebody went ahead and put it up for free for somebody just to download. And then on top of that, another painful thing about being a pirate is that you had to go out there and find the key. Like you had the ability to download the program, but then it would only like operate as like a demo, or you would only have like 30 days. Like I remember you had a whole 30-day trial, and that came along, and I would have to go and get a new like email address. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but you had to get like a new email address and sign up as a new member and download it again just to be able to run through the trial. And I did that after I got tired of doing the whole pirate thing. I was like, that's not working. And now they have the option to be able to to have a 30-day trial. I'll just keep doing a 30-day trial. Like I remember I did a whole like 8 months, like 30-day trial, 30-day trial, 30-day trial. It was crazy. Like I created like 8 fake emails, and I probably still got them. They're probably closed by now, but that was crazy. But anyway, you have those type of people that are out there now. You have the people who have the software right out, and then you have the people who are subscription users, such as myself. Now, what are the benefits of being a subscription user? It blows my mind. I don't know how they're doing it, and maybe you guys know. Maybe you guys can comment below on how they are doing it. But Adobe has their subscription where you get like all of their software for like 50 bucks, something like that, like 50 bucks plus tax. And if you are a student or a teacher, it's even cheaper. It's like 50% off of that. Now, for myself, I pay like $23, 24, something and some change or whatever, every single month. And it's almost like I feel almost guilty about it because I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. Like $24 a month. And that's when I used to be a teacher, or a teacher assistant, I should say. So when I worked in the educational field, I was able to use that to my advantage, and I signed up for my Adobe subscription about a couple years back, and I just used my email, or I don't think I used my email. I think they just had like a list of like schools. You had to just pick one, and I did. I picked the school that I worked at, and they verified it some type of way, I guess. They didn't come back to me, or nobody came to me and said, hey, Adobe was checking in on you. Not trying to say that you guys should do the same thing and try to, lie about it. And I'm not saying that, but you do have that option. Like you can get the whole Adobe 2014 CC Creative Cloud for like $20. It's ridiculous. And I wonder how many people out there are using the subscription. Kudos to you guys. And then how many people are not? And I wonder why. It could be possibly their computer is not up to date to be able to handle the CC 2014. And then I heard some people say, well, I'm just not ready. And I'm like, you're not ready. Like, it's a low risk. Well, $50 a month. And it's like, when I hear people say $50 a month with that, like, that, I sometimes wonder, I'm like, are you really a designer who is trying to take their job or their passion seriously? Because $50 is nothing. Like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, you wind up paying roughly $11 a week. If you break that down into like days out of the whole month, let's say you had 31 days, you're only paying like $1.25. Like $1.25, literally, if a little less than that, every single day to be able to have all of their software. And on top of that, they come up with these updates, and that's the reason why I'm talking about it now. They came up with a major update a couple days ago, and it completely blew me away. I was like, this is just darn beautiful. Like, how in the freaking world are they doing this? And I wonder how successful, how much money, how lucrative Adobe, how lucrative are they? And they must be very lucrative, because they're just rolling out on this pattern. And another company out there, Red Giant Software, for those who are animators, people who really like use Premiere Pro and After Effects. Highly recommend you guys go check out redgiant.com, because they took on the same principle, where they have subscriptions now where you get like 60-something plugins, ridiculous plugins that make your job and your work easier for only $10 a month. And I'm like, this is nuts, because now I'm on a whole nother level than I was before. Because when I graduated in '97 from doing graphics, I was only like efficient in Illustrator and Photoshop, and that was it. Like, that was around the time that Adobe bought Macromedia, for those who can remember way back then. But when I graduated, I didn't have like After Effects. I didn't have Premiere Pro. I didn't even have like any web building skills. Like, that stuff didn't come till later on. And thank God that you had the subscription, because now you can better yourself and you can make yourself have more value. Because, like, for example, me, I build websites now. I use Adobe Muse. I use Adobe Edge Animate. And I also do video using After Effects and Premiere Pro. Then I also do print using InDesign. Then I use Photoshop, and I also use Illustrator. Those are my 7 go-to programs that bring in the bacon for me. And so, compared to another designer who is just a designer, like they just do like print design, I'll just say that. They just do print design. That's cool, that's great, but imagine if you're able to take your print design to another level, where you're able to animate your print design. You're able to take your print design and have it be themed to the point to where if the person wants video, hey, guess what? You can do that now, and they don't have to worry about going to somebody else. And on top of that, oh my gosh, I need a website. I do that too. It's like you can really upsell, and it makes you valuable, and people are willing to pay for that. Like, I get paid, like I said, hundreds of dollars. Like no less than $400. A project, because I'm always upselling, and if I'm not upselling, I'm telling them, like, well, hey, later on down the road, you're going to need this. If you want to be set apart from your competition, you're going to have to need this. And so instead of going to Joe Schmo graphics down the road, I already have your graphics for you. You don't have to wrestle me to get it, to try to get it to somebody else. Everything is done under one roof. And that's through the power of having a subscription. If I didn't have a subscription, I wouldn't be able to do any of that. I would have never learned how to do websites. I would have never learned how to do, gosh, what's the other one? Video. I wouldn't have done any of that. So I challenge you guys just to take, even if it's a 30-day trial, download it, and try it out. Learn. Go to YouTube. I learned so much from YouTube. I learned more from YouTube University than I did from an actual college, and that was back in '99 when I graduated. So my my second half of going to college was like strictly graphics, and not to say that all of it's thrown out the window, but I could have learned all that stuff on my own at this point. In today's time, it's sad to say, but to a certain degree, you almost don't need college. You do need college if you want that paper. You do need college if you're trying to work for somebody else, corporate America, because that's what they're going to look for. The people in the HR department, they're not graphic designers. All they're looking at is resumes and credentials, and they don't really pay too much attention about your website, your work, your portfolio. So you can get outdone by somebody who is flat out garbage, and you're just like awesome without any type of real education, but you got all your stuff from YouTube. So you have to be wise in that area. I'm not going to downplay YouTube, and I'm not going to downplay college education. Like, they're both just as important. I know this video is going a little bit longer than I expected, but I just want to get this out before I close. If you feel like, the whole subscription thing is not working out, you don't have to worry about putting in a credit card or anything like that. You just let it lapse, but during those 30 days, like, dive into all the other stuff. If you're not into video, try it. You'll be surprised. You might love it. If you're not into the motion graphics, try it. You might love it. It's actually just doing Photoshop and making it move. You have to learn a few things here and there. The learning curve is like this, but it levels out quickly, depending on how diligent you are and how passionate you are about it. So same thing when it comes to web design. If you're not a web designer, try Muse. Muse is very simple. There's plenty of tutorials out there and on YouTube, and man, shout out to YouTube and all the people, all the teachers that are out there. Like, I can try to give you guys a list of all the people that I've subscribed to. Every week, every day, I'm getting like new video, and I'm learning like religiously. Like, people go to church, I go to YouTube like religiously, and I sit down and I hear many stories that are inspirational. I look at tutorials, and I'm digging in. That's the only reason why I know like 7 programs in the Creative Cloud. And I really do encourage you guys, go learn as much as you can. Be content, but never be satisfied. Be content, be happy for what you have, but never be satisfied. Always reach out, always try to learn. Stay within the group. Get critiques and try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't get too comfortable to where you find yourself a year from now like, dang, I'm only still working with Photoshop, or I'm still only working with Illustrator, because there's somebody out there who's better than me, and I know that, and I have to say, what, I gotta be better than what I know somebody is doing better than me in that area. Whether it's app building. I don't know how to build apps, but do you think that a year from now I'm not going to have a little bit understanding? No, I have the software. Why not, learn? And another thing about the pricing on the software, guys, it's not that much. I hope you guys are charging enough for one project to be able to pay for, gosh, a half a year of subscriptions. Especially if it's if you got a student discount or a teacher's discount. Man, I said a whole lot, and I'm approaching 15 minutes. So I'm going to be doing these videos frequently. If you guys have a question, comment, leave it down below. That's cool. Who knows? I might give you guys a shout out, or I might even take on one of the topics. Like, if you guys want to hear something talked about, hey, let's go ahead, let's talk about it. Like, bring it up, and we'll just go from there. So till then, guys, keep designing, keep doing the DVA challenges. Loving the submissions. They're crazy. Yeah, one guy in particular, you know who you are. I'm not even going to say your name. I'm not even going to give you that credit, that good feeling that comes with a shout out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give your name. But anyway, you know who you are. Other people out there who's putting out that great work, you know, keep it up. And happy designing. All right. Holler at you guys later. Peace in and confusion out.